124san here with a quick draft of Final Fantasy. I just got a very sad 2-3 from the Ravnica Legions, so let's go back to my comfort zone, aka Final Fantasy, the most recent 2025 set. Without further ado, let's start the pack 1 pick 1. There is a pretty good rare in Jack Reluctant Guardian. 4 menace, and when Jack gets in, he flips into Raska's Final Eon, which does a lot of good things, and it's a 7/7 menace for 3 turns. Yeah, gonna pick him over good blue cards like Ice Magic and Dreams. Pick 1, pick 2, we have Cycrax card collection, very good for blue-black if we're just like immediately doing that. And if you want to stay in black, there's Resentful Revelation, and also premium removal with Thunder Magic and White Aura Sight. Word of Omens is also quite well in defensive white decks, but with Black Bomb in hand, I'm more likely to stay in black, so let's take this Resentful Revelation. Pick 3. Undersea Direct is a decent card, but still a filler. And outside of black, there's a very good Ice Magic. In blue, that's the best monocolor card here, so I think I'm gonna go off color and take the Ice Magic. Pick 4, we have Resentful Revelation number 2 versus maybe Evil Reawakened, but this card is highly dependent on what you're doing. It does work well with the first Resentful Revelation we are picking, and it does kind of work well with Jacked. Is this a reason to pick this over Resentful Revelation though? I actually think kind of it is. I haven't checked the data, but I don't know how bots would take Resentful Revelation, but if I am guessing right now, I think bots will take Resentful Revelation very low, so let's try the Evil Reawaken actually. Pick 5. We got a really good card to go with Evil Reawaken in Shinra Reinforcements, another self-mill. And self-mill works well with the Graveyard Recursion. And if we have the card collection earlier, this also works well with that too. Pick 6. We got a pick 6 Shantoto. Is this a sign for us to just ditch all the black cards and then move to blue, red? Because boss doesn't like to drop blue-red anyways, and the other card for here is Marlboro, which actually works well with what we have right here. So do we just ditch 4 picks into Shantoto with Marlboro? I think we just go Marlboro. We already have Evil Reawakened. That goes super well with that. Pick 7. We have a Direct, and that's pretty much it. We have mono black so far. Can go into any other color. Pick 8. Sorcerer Schemes can go well in red-black, but there isn't any good card to go with this just now, so let's just take a Shambling Thief. This is not a good card by itself, but it works well with self-milling effects like Renovation and Reinforcements. Pick 9. I'll get our pack back. We're gonna pick between Tonberry and Ahriman. We are not doing any sacrifice synergy. Although Ahriman does work well with Undersea Direct, and that's it. We can just be aggro beatdown by picking this Tonberry. I don't think it actually hurts to try. Let's take Tonberry over Ahriman here. Pick 10, we got Cycrax card collection, so that just immediately locks us into blue-black. This card works super well in blue-black, and we have 2 self-milling effects that works well with this. Pick 11, we got our only black card here, Direct. So yeah, black is working super well for us. Pick 12. So we can have a word map for card collection, but yeah, this is super filler. But both can put cards in graveyard for card collection. Let's just take a 3-drop actually. Pick 13, Phylon. This deck would love 1 copy of Phylon to get back something like Jacked. Back to pick 1. Quest is usually a good card in this archetype, but we don't have any Sephiroth's intervention yet. And how good is Traxos Scourge of Crook? Traxos works with 1. Yep, it works with only 1 card in our pile right now, so I am not gonna pick that. On the other hand, even though we do not have a lot of instant sorcery to work with Quizzes, it does work. She does work well with Resemble Relevation and Shinra Reinforcements. And if we pick up any black removal spell later, she just gets 10 times better. Let's pick her. Pick 2. In our color, we have Golbat's Crystal Collector, who cares about artifacts, and we just went through Traxos and we have none, so nope. This is just a pack of nope for us. The feeling like we just take this Treno Dark City, actually. Pick 3. Best card is Clive, but we get a pick between Sahagin and Vayne's Treachery. Sahagin can have a... There would be more ways to trigger Sahagin because we tend to draft the non-creature spells. Right now we only have 2 ways though, in card collection and Ice Magic tier 2. And we are lacking in removal, so let's just take Vayne's Treachery instead. Pick 4. Nothing too great for us actually. I think we just take the best card for us here, which is Nama's Trader. Pick 5. We are not doing sack things, so no Thunder Train. Retrieve the Esper would work great with any Sahagin we have later. Or we just take a 2-drop in Black Mage Rod. Usually I kind of tend to take 2-drop here because we are lacking 2-drop creatures. But Retrieve the Esper works so well with the draw and discard effects and self-milling effects, so I'm tend towards Retrieve actually. Pick 6, we can pick between a removal or Ultimacia, which is in our colors. I think we should take Ultimacia, that works well with Evil Reawakened and Phyton, and also a pretty decent finisher. Also helps card collection by separating. Pick 7, Shinra Reinforcement number 2 be my guest. Without this card, I'll take Magic Damper, which helps with cards like Jacked to stay on board. Pick 8, Tonberry number 2 versus nothing we can play. I think we just take Tonberry. Don't think this is a great deck for Tonberry, but maybe we can just be the aggro actually. And for pick 9, we are picking between Damper versus Village. We already have a Treno Dark City, so we don't need to pick a fixing that much. Although we can always prepare for some really good cards on Splash. And we do have other ways to get back our big stuff, so we don't have to just rely on Magic Damper. Let's just take the Cross of Village. And pick 10. Don't think this deck wins with Landman unless there's like a million self-mill effects. Or we pick a Super Filler Ice Flan, which can work well with Evil Reawaken, and that's it. But if you have like a million self-mill, maybe we can win with Landman. I'm gonna be ambitious and just take this over a card that we could play. Nothing here. And don't think we're playing this unless we lack playables. Don't think we play this period. And pack 3, pick 1. We have Vincent, Valentine, and Cecile Dark Knight. Cecile is... If played on 1, it actually hurts both players, so it's not that great. But in late game, when he flips into Redeem Paladin, and he becomes such a much better creature. So there's also a Vincent Valentine. That works well with any removal that we don't have right now. We don't have any removal outside of Ice Magic and Vayne's Treachery. And there isn't any removal here anyways. This is tough. I'm gonna take Vincent. 2, any removals? Nope, but we do get one of the best counterspell in Swallowed by Leviathan. Gonna take this. Over the fake removal. Pick 3. We're lacking in removal so much that we're gonna take Vayne's Treachery over everything else, like Sahagin or Ice Magic, or Ultras. pick 4. I think this is a valid Sun's Final Day stack. Because we have Tomberry to pad the number of creature counts. And we're gonna self-mill quite a bit here. We're picking this over Shinra Reinforcement though. And we do have a lot of 4 already. This is actually a tough one. Screw it, let's just pick the Final Days. We're not gonna see that again, I feel like. Pick 5, just take a 2-drop that blocks super well in the early game. Pick 6, we have the option between Demon War Ariman and the Dire Rat. I think we need some upgrade in 3, so Ariman will fit that role quite well, or we can have a 2-2 defender that can scale into a late game. So either of these. I think we take Ariman. We just not play the 3-drop. And now our 4 is stacked, so we can play a Demon War here. We actually have a lot of creature spells. Pick 8. Yeah, gonna be the second side quest. And our 4 is like Omega stacked right now. Don't know if it's a good thing, and don't think this deck plays Shambling Thief, because we have a lot of creatures actually. Yeah, another Ariman over it. And pick 10. Can play another Malboro. Pick 11, just take Rare Draft. It's gonna Rare Draft the rest. Maybe we play the Ghost Saucer. And let's head to the deck building. The thing we lack the most is definitely removal. Well, we only have 2 Vein's Treachery and the Ice Magic. And sort of a Leviathan, bounce something and counter something, and that's it. And we have a lot of creatures, I think. 16, yeah, very healthy amounts for the Final Days. I think I'm keeping all the 4-drops actually, because they all have flashbacks. Yeah, these 2 have flashbacks. Jack and Vincent are good, and the Sequest card collection just works super well with the flashback cards. But we do need to cut a lot of stuff here. I think we can safely cut a 3, so that's Ariman going away. We have like less 3 though. And do we cut a 2? I think we cut Tomberries. And that's like 3 creatures gone, but 13 is still an okay amount for creatures. Or for Final Days, I mean. Is this... Although one good thing about Tomberry is Tomberry attacks in any stage of the game. Does First Strike, Death Touch, go through any creature. But we do have to cut 1 card. Maybe we just cut a Malboro and screw it. Yeah, I think so. But if we cut a Malboro, we only have 12. That's like less than the amount, the comfortable amount for the Final Days. Because it retrieve the Esper, and the Final Days is basically like a better Esper if we have more creatures in our graveyard. And actually, how many non-creatures we have? Instant 5, Sorcery 3, Artifact 2, but the artifacts are also creatures, Enchantment 2. So we have 10 non-creatures. In that case, maybe Shambling Thief is better than Ariman. We're not gonna sacrifice it with Ariman, and Shambling Thief works better with self-mill. Get it back. Right this instant. And I think this deck definitely fights on with the stacked 4th drop we have. And do we like 1 copy of Tomberry? Actually, I don't think so. And alright, looks like that's it. And I don't think this deck wants Golden Saucer. We don't have any other artifact to stack into. So yeah, this is a deck, and we just win with our stacked 4 drops and self-milling for the Final Days. That's our win con, but we lack removals, so hopefully that doesn't cost us too much in this game. And of course, this also can help us a lot by getting back a removal either from our graveyard or their graveyard. Right, let's head to gameplay. Alright, here's game 1. We start with 3-lander, a 2 and a 3, and any land goes into Vincent. Definitely keep this. Blue first. And if the draft dies, we can just immediately get a Vincent afterwards. Scorpion said no. Oh, that means the rest is not gonna die. We just play as 2, play as 3, and play as 4. That's it. Dragoon's Vibrant, yep, that is super annoying. We can't block in the air, and we don't have much removal also. So we're just gonna take beating on the air. There's still mono blue so far. Don't know what to have. Sunrise Katana, that's ugly. The stack attacks and we go to 15. And this turn we just play Vincent and we'll be on blocks. I think that's it. If we attack, they're just not gonna block and they are winning in this exchange. They're still mono blue, but actually they have a capital city. Gonna block this with Assembling Seed. What do I play into? That's a problem. Do I just add a Sea Direct to it? I don't think it actually matters that much. Alright, they give off the counter, but maybe they have a way to get rid of Vincent after the combat. If they don't, I would be super happy, of course. Oh, they don't? They don't have a way to get rid of Vincent Valentine and they attack into it? Oh. Okay, I love this a lot. So in this case, we just attack with Vincent to transform him. And we are suddenly winning in the race because Guardian Beast is a 6-5. We still can only get rid of one of their creature, but we get our life back, and Vincent is also back. But we are not in that much of a hurry. We mill 3 spells, oof, and I'll be super sad. We just top deck a land here, and they cannot attack favorably on the ground unless they get rid of Vincent. Table Tender, attack in the air. And yep, of course we draw a land, because why not? And we don't even have a favorable attack, so let's just pass. We're definitely gonna lose this if they just keep attacking in the air, because I can do nothing to that. If we draw into a Veins Treachery, that will be great. Ultimacia, that'll also be great. Please help us, Ultimacia. Please help. Veins Treachery and Jax, I think both are very, very awesome cards. I need Veins Treachery first. So the game plan is Veins Treachery, their flyer, and they're most likely gonna stack everything into that. And then that's like a 7 power. In that case, we are gonna use the removal. I will have to use removal right now because before Vincent transforms. I'll kick her. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Pay a mana to get back. And Vincent's is like Omega big right now. Oh, actually not Omega big, but because oops, it's a -6/-6. Oh well. But still, Vincent gets to attack him. That's pretty important. Do we attack with Ultimacia though? I don't think we do. We just attack. If we attack with it, we lose a super competent blocker. Well, let's just attack with the Vincent Valentine and transform. It lets us in. And then play a Shambling Seed. But yeah, if this is like a Sephiroth intervention, the Vincent is gonna be super big. Sadly, that's not the case. The good thing is, Galleon Beast can attack into them if they attack right now. Or they just leave it like that, and in that case, I think I'm just gonna attack with the Galleon Beast and transform back to Vincent's Valentine. Because now we can try to trade creatures. And play this Jacked. Don't have 8 cards for Automation. And hopefully we drew a... Yeah, if we drew Quistis, do they have removal? Nope, they don't even have a removal for that. And if they attack with a 9/8, I'm just gonna block everything to that. Yeah, I am gonna block everything to that. Because if we get this trade, it'll be super good for us. And I don't think Jax can get in anytime soon. They only have 3 mana, so they can't have too many outrageous things, right? So unless they give it to like First Strike or something. The worst thing with this one is they have an answer for Vincent right now. That's the worst thing that can happen. They don't. So Vincent is 11/11, and we draw a Vincent Treachery. So we are definitely gonna attack into them. This is the best time to attack for all. Yep, transform into a 12/11. And maybe they have a bounce spell. Bounce spell is the best thing to answer Vincent Valentine. Magic Damper. Magic Damper is a +1. I think we just like -2 them. Yeah, the Saga is also gonna be a threat later. So let's just get rid of it. And yup, they have nothing to get rid of the Vincent Valentine, and I just win because of him. Sweet. Our removal actually doesn't quite work quite well with Vincent because it minus power. So that Vincent will see the power reduced when the creature dies. But oh, we still got there. 1-0 heading into game 2. Here we are at game 2. Starting with going first, have a card selection on 2 and a self-milling on 3, which works well with card collection on 4. Let's keep. Need to ideally draw into a land. And we need 2 land for this entire hand to function. They've gotten 1 card. Play the Blazing Bomb, which is a very good card. Not resentful here. Got land. No land. Think we just get Dire Rat. Worst case scenario, we play it. Blazing Bomb number 2. Actually don't want to see that, to be honest. Draw into, yep, we are doomed. We look 4 cards deep and none of those is a second land. Because at least we block the Blazing Bombs before they have any shenanigans like Combat Tutorial. Leaving us 3 mana, no blocks, oh no attacks. I'm not just Swamp Cycling. And then leave the Undersea Direct on blocks. Or I can also attack into them. I don't feel like it. A Hagen. Oh, they're just saving. They still have 2 mana to syncopate whatever we do. if we keep up the mana, we can still fight on if you don't cast anything relevant. So let's actually just hold. Don't want to play into a syncopate. That's all. Yep, we get the fight on here. Get back Quistis and actually Marlboro. Just in case we need to discard Marlboro. And looks like we did. I need to use this way to guarantee our land drop, looks like. Not that sweet. Certainly. And do we just swallow them? The board is not going anywhere, but if I keep up mana, we can't do it like anything. Screw it. Maybe they play some 6 mana thing, and I'll be super happy. Yep, I'm very happy I did this. Because now we get to put the island on top and play the entire hand. And we can resolve or reject and another stuff. And card collection is not gonna flip this turn, gonna flip next turn. Yeah, let's just resolve our things. And I'm surprised they still don't have any instant or sorceries in their graveyard. Yeah. Okay. They finally have the first one and it's a draw 4, sure. If they don't crack the bomb right now, I'm gonna play Vincent Valentine and attack in with Jacked. But if they deal with the Jacks right now, I'm still not that sad. Oh, they didn't. That means it's Vincent Valentine's time, baby. And if you let me through, that won't be. If you let Jack through, Jack's gonna flip. If you don't let Jack through, Vincent's gonna get big. Yep. Do this. Oh, Vincent Valentine is dying to a blazing bomb. That's the sad part. I mean, Vayne's treachery and -2 a blazing bomb, and that's it. Doesn't help Vincent that much. Oh yeah, Vincent's dying 100%. Chief Covers. Don't know what they have, but I kind of respect this Gift Covers right now. As I usually do. Dragoon's Wyvern? Sure. And yeah, and they can get rid of Vincent right now. In that case, I will Vayne's Treachery in response. Oh! Oh boy! Okay, this is a very good interaction. It works so well for us. Because their creature dies, so Vincent sees that first. I didn't even see that, to be honest. It worked, but yeah, it works so well for us. And I don't think Geoff Cobra is gonna do anything for them. We are in a very good spot right now. Oh boy. Oh, that works so well. Attack with all. Yep, that's not gonna kill Vincent. I think I will make them misplay it too if I'm at that seat. Oh, that was so sweet for us. Card collection is not gonna flip unless we use the spell right away. So let's just Shinra Reinforcement right now and hold out Vayne's Treachery. And yeah, just like this. There's nothing outrageous they can double, right? Still, it's temporary though. At worst, I'm just taking 12, but yeah, not in a color pair that can sack. I can still choose to just Vayne's Treachery away the Guardian Beast so we get Vincent Valentine back. I think I like that idea. Vincent Valentine, come back. And then they get a Brass Test Final Eon, which is fine. The worst thing is if they just somehow add a counter to this, which I don't think is possible. And both of the other creatures will die. And yeah, that's it. Oh boy, I don't even see this one coming. Oh, but it's so sweet. It works so well for us. The bomb into Vincent, because bomb dies first. Vincent sees bomb die, so Vincent gets a counter. Oh. 2-0 heading into game 3. Alright, here we are at game 3. Starting with 2-lander and swamp cycling for swamp, so an okay hand to keep. Ideally, we want to draw into more lands, of course. If we just draw a land naturally, we can play this on curve. Yep, we did. And still feels like I'm gonna swamp cycling. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that right now. Works pretty well with the EO Reawakened here. And then we draw another Malboro. But before that, let's play Shambling Sea first. With this on board, I probably just leave the 1/4 up on blocks. Because I'm hitting more than that. Yep. I can still choose to just attack into it and the Vayne's Treachery, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's just attack and see if they block or not. Yeah, I'm not gonna Vayne's Treachery. And just pass. And next turn we do an Evo Reawakened. Unless they have their mana open. Side quest, alright. Fine. And here we can... Here's a play to just Vayne's Treachery this Scorpion Sentinel, so we can still pay a black mana to get it back. They got rid of Social Schemes, that means they have red cards in their deck. Do we go for the Vayne's Treachery play? We're not down on cards, but we are essentially using a removal on 1/4, which can be a 4/4 though. Yes, I still decide not to. And this turn we just reawaken the Evil, which is a 6/6 that makes your opponent lose 2, discard 1, and exile top 3, which includes Syncopate and Wonder Minstrel. Okay, good to know. And Malboro has a pretty good attack in. And even if I Vayne's Treachery this Sentinel away, I'm not gonna do any damage because I don't have Assembly Seed on board. They have another side quest card collection, so they hit 5 cards in the graveyard right now. And with the help of our Malboro, it'll be 6. Yeah, Malboro's helping. Still gonna play Malboro, nonetheless. Unless we just want to Vayne's Treachery that for 2, but let's just attack all and Malboro on curve. They'll have 6 cards in the graveyard now. Exile their Ignis Mountain. Summon Shiva, yeah, that's gonna do wonders for them. And Scorpion Sentinel is almost online. So what we can do here, we can just Vayne's Treachery like this. Take her, get rid of Shambling Sieve, and we can just like pay 1 to get it back. Because this is how it works. Mana wasn't tapped correctly, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And we just replay this. They still have 7 cards right now. But if they can bin 1 more card, they will hit the ace card for SideQuest's card collection. Ignis. Ignis is not doing much. It does help Scorpion Sentinel to be a 4/4, even without playing lands for hand, and they have a second one, sure. We drew into our own. If we get rid of 1 blocker and attack all, they have to block, chunk block here, eat here, and take 4, I think. Well, I'd love to see that though. Or if you attack with all, then I'm gonna eat this. Or I can just pay 2 to bounce to hand instead of to the top, because if I pay 2, I can cast everything in the hand. I think I'll do that. And then we attack all. Or if you attack like this, they jump and trade. Then they take no damage. But if I attack like this, they will take damage. They'll take 4 damage. And they will hit enough cards for our collection no matter what, because I just give them the 8th card. And then we play out the entire hand, and hopefully they have no board wipe. And next turn is gonna be put counters on Demon Ball and attack with all. Bad Chocoball. Well, they present. This means they're presenting at most 4 blockers, because this doesn't add the number of blockers because they are vehicles. So I think we just win here. We activate, and we have Trample. Oh no, we have Menace, so they do not have enough blockers for this board. And yeah, get mid defeat, and we got the sweet O. Oh. Are we the control deck? I don't think we're the control deck, because we're actually lacking in removal, even though we did draw like 2 out of the 3 removal we had. And our our curve was pretty good starting from 3. A 3 drop. Actually, we didn't play anything 4. And then in 5, we have a 6s, and then a 4/4, and these 2 already do 2 damage when they enter the board. But it's also because they didn't do anything to the board on 4. They just keep casting the SideQuest card collections, and the only blocker is the Scorpion Sentinel. That's also the reason why we get to attack so much. Heading into game 4. Alright, here we are at game 4. We start with 2-lander, opponent goes first. If we get 1 more land, we can cast Juno Reinforcement. If we draw our 4th land, we can cast the entire hand. One of them has to be black though. This is a very risky hand. Opponent take 1 mulligan. But if this hand works out, it can be pretty sweet. So I'm risking this. So we either get to cast our 4-drop, or this will be the fastest loss for this round. And we immediately draw a land, which is nice, but it's not a swamp for Vincent or Final Days. Thornberry. Need to bounce at some points, and we did draw. We did draw a swamp, which is nice. I think I'm just gonna bounce Thornberry because we are not gonna block it for ages. Uber Gunner, fine. Let's just bounce the Thornberry. And I didn't check the stab, and they were able to just cast it right away. Oops. Oh. That basically means we take 2 more damage because the Thornberry hits the board 1 turn sooner. That's Castroy. Ew. What the ooh. What the ooh. At least they just tutor for land. That's the least mercy for them, but not looking great here, no matter how I put it. Cannot deal with it unless I sack this 2-3 to destroy it, which is pretty ugly. If you ask me. Wait, this 2 doesn't even block. I was like, let's make 2 2/2s for blocks, and they don't even block. And now we're doomed. Unless they put the counter on itself. Sure. We're not like too doomed because at least we have like orders for Vayne's Treachery now. And they have 5 mana, which is not good news. Ariman, he didn't play on her, but that's still not good news because Ariman flies. And win the Thornbearer, which has Death Touch. Yeah, I think we have to get rid of Saskatchewan right now, but I also don't want to miss a land drop, so let's just play this. Get our land drop. And have to do this right now before Sask goes out of control. And yeah, not looking great here. Taking much more damage because I bounced Thornberry too soon. Or if they have Phylon, if I were there, I will save this Phylon when like for the second main phase. So after I block them, they can get 1 more creature back. And yep, that's 2 poison counters, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And I think this turn we just play Jacked. And next turn they play Sats into maybe nothing else. Because they didn't get a Fat Chocobo last time they played Sats. Yeah, I'm dying to the basically Thornberry and Ariman here. No blockers. Nothing can block Thornberry. That's the sad part. Evil Reawakened in the Thornberry, which blocks Jacked. Ooh. I just play out everything here. And we got a chump block next turn. And there's a chance we die to the poison counter before we die to having no life total. Gonna chump block here, and Jack is not gonna get in whatsoever. And I think we block like this. This way we can give some counters to Vincent Valentine. And looks like we're trading. Yep, we are. And 8 poison counters right now. If they have another Evil Reawaken to get Vayne back, we just die from poison. Oh wait, actually no, we just get 2 because this time Tomberry is blocked. Marlboro, sure. I mean that's not good, but draw into a tapped creature. Final Days also makes tapped creature. If we attack with Vincent Valentine, we will be at 10, which is barely enough to survive from what they have on board. Let's just attack. And if they trade Marlboro into the Skeleton Beast, that'll be fine too. Because that means they have less damage. Next turn. And the final disc is gonna make the most amount of bodies on board. Gonna do it now. And they're all tapped. Cloud of Darkness. Ooh, that's a top deck. Well, don't think we can win that top deck. We can probably win against Saskazure, but we can't win against that. Yo, Reawaken is a good card, but they're attacking for that's like 5 in the air. And the strongest play we can make is just to get back Vincent, I think. But your creature is just not dying. This is also a problem. And Jax cannot get in, and even Jack getting, we're not gonna have enough life total. Oh yeah, we get back Vincent, and Vincent's gonna have the lifelink to help us here. Alright, they top deck a land. They should have top deck this last turn. Damn. And they will do 5 damage in the air and not go to 1. And it will be lethal next turn when Saz attacks. Because they're willingly to do less damage. And we can actually get rid of this Tomberry by triple blocking, because Tomberry only deals with 2 of them with a First Strike Death Touch, and yeah, let's just do that. Get rid of this Tomberry. Yep, that's first strike damage, and it will die to the regular combat damage. We get 2 more counters for Vincent, and if we can top deck a removal for Ariman, that'll be sweet. So yeah, just hoping for the removal. Nope. And we draw a land, and we are gonna resemble Renovation right now. Automation and Marlboro. Automation helps more, I think. Let's take that. And the Vincent is 100% attacking, but what about Shambling? If we attack with Shambling, not playing around, then they can put a counter on Saskazure, and Saskazure becomes a good attack. I don't see that. Well, let's just attack with Vincent Valentine. We'll get 7 life this way. Oh, Vincent did so much work for me today. Transform back into Vincent, and if they dare to attack with Saskazure, we have a very good block lining up. Oh, they're doing it, which is actually kind of surprising. And put a counter on that. Actually, don't know what they have in the hand. Maybe I should put 1 more token there, but well, it's that. And Vincent Valentine gets the counter. In that case, we attack, but we're 100% winning the race. At this point. And yep, that's a ace lifelink. And we play Automatia into Demon War. And Demon War can also attack. Card collection. Pretty nice card. And we can even pay 8 mana and take another turn, depending on what we... yeah. I totally didn't deserve this win, but the opponent just keep attacking with Saz Khazre, and Vincent Valentine just keep getting counters. Oh, Vincent carried this game so much. But yeah, totally didn't deserve it, but we got there. 4-0 heading into game 5. Alright, here we are at game 5, starting with a 4-lander and a 2-drop into holding up a counterspell. Pretty sweet. Yeah, start with tap land and play the red on 2 and hold a counterspell on 3 unless we drew something better. Drew a card collection for 4, which is pretty nice. And now our plays are basically lined up. I play the capital city into a mountain and use the best removal against the reds because this way we don't get any counters. Drew a shambling sieve, so I think we just play that instead of holding up swallow, because if they just pass, we can't swallow anything. Play the island into a Scorpion Sentinel, yeah, which block this every day. Do we attack into this? I think we do in case they don't block, but 100% of the time they block. Yep, of course. And then we sacrifice card collection. And we need to draw lands here. But I don't think we keep both of them. And we have a fight on, so Marlborough is actually safe to discard. Let's just discard like this. And next turn we'll be holding up the instants. Fourth land into Shan Toto. Shan Toto must be dealt with. Otherwise they are just gonna draw like a bajillion cards. Yeah, they're not gonna block Vision Total, that's for sure. And we have to do it right now. And not gonna pay the 1 because we hold up Swallow Leviathan this way, even though this will make our play super obvious. If they don't play anything that's threatening, we just fight on. What's that? And yeah, there's a chance fight on gets countered though, and I would hate to see that. It didn't, but we still have to be very cautious. They have blue mana up, so we shouldn't play this mobile. Let's just play this Shambling Sieve. And at this point, I think opponents will 100% know what we have. Either a Swallow Leviathan or the other counter spell, which is Syncopate. And well, if they play into it, be my guest. I am very happy to see that as well. And then yeah, Shambling Sieve doesn't do well against Scorpion Sentinel, but we just play our own card Marlborough for this turn. And Marlborough can attack into this Sentinel. They discard Realm Sketching? Sketching is not a bad card actually. to sketch a Marlboro here. Although if I do that, I do have a Final Days to discard into. And what's exiled? Exiled Thunder Magic. Oh, so that's why they do have a. They do have another one. Makes sense. Makes sense. So right now we can just attack into it and Evil Reawakened, and they cannot cast counter spell anyways. Unless they didn't block. Probably. They just somehow like read my mind and know I'm holding up this exactly at Evil Reawakened. Damn. And let's just pass. Not making my life any easier. I think we just block here. I don't take too much damage. Resentful just turns on the side quest card collection, which is nice. And we also get the Shambling Thief back, but we are unable to Evil Reawaken. Whatever we put in the graveyard, and if I pay the black mana here, there's a chance we cannot play Vincent Valentine. Hopefully that's not the case. Didn't get Vincent, but we get Quistis. Let's actually put Quistis into our hand, because that's a better card. Play this, and we just play the Shambling Thief can pass. And we have a Choco commit in their graveyard. And the Suplex also deals with Scorpion Sentinel, which is nice. In our graveyard, there's Veins. We have a lot of good targets. Let's play Shambling Thief first. And pass, because we need to block. Stuck. Ugh. We're gonna take like a bajillion damage. Oh well. That's gonna be ugly, but we should be stabilized after this. Should be. I mean. Alright, I have a bajillion mana up. We can Quistis right now and just 2 mana exile this Scorpion Sentinel, or think exiling our own graveyard is better. Exile the Wayne's Treachery so the Marlboro goes to the bin. Choco Command is not gonna do anything. Or we can even round sketching. But let's just get rid of this stuff. Do it like this. Take her. Target. Get rid of this. And all hands on block. In case they have another tempo removal. Stuck, that's one of them. Do you have a second? Like if they use a removal here, they must have another one. They do. It's going to the bottom. Don't want to see you. And yep, we are dying in 2 hits. Sahagin, or we die into the 1 hit against Sahagin. If they manage to. No, we just die to Sahagin, period, because unless we can make 2 blockers, which the Final Days would make, but it's tapped. I think we just lost this one because they have too many removals. Yes, I don't think there's anything that can save us. Unless the Seratu can serve something into the graveyard. And the life-saving card, Ice Magic, is in the next card. Oh well. Oh, this one is close. But sadly, opponent has too many tempo removals. 4-1 heading into game 6. Alright, game 6. 2-lander, but this can be blue, so we can cast 5. We can play 5 cards from this hand, which is okay, but the other 2 cards needs a lot more work. We're going second, so, and this hand is decent on draw, so let's keep. Draw into a 3-drop, so now we really need to draw a land. Scorpion. It's always Scorpion Sentinel. Ugh. play a land, and really hope we draw a land for the next one. If we don't, we're doomed. Arrayment, and yeah, just use a Vein Strategy right now. But we don't go to discard. Yep, Resentful. Resentful can get us a land here. And yep, we did get a land. Thank goodness, but it's not a swamp for Vincent. And what do we bin? We binned a Scorpion and a Demon Wall. Okay, they are also in card selection mode. Binned Anima and Swallow. Play Sahagin. And we didn't draw a land, but we did draw this, so we have to do this right now. And this way we are not holding up any counter spells, which is kind of sad. Like if they resolve a Mega Bomb right now, I'll be super sad. White Dreams of Laguna is not a Super Bomb. That's fine. Scorpion Thunder number 2. The best part is they're not doing any extra damage. And if we want more land drop, we have to play side quest card collection right now. And if that does absolutely nothing to the board. Because of this, I think I'm more willing to play Vincent Valentine actually. And maybe this is most likely just gonna either removal, but they're still contributing to the board. And if we top deck a land, we just cast Evil Reawaken next turn. And if they don't use if we use, wow, that's the best removal they have. If we cast side quest card collection, and then wow, still no lands. Ugh. And these guys just don't like me. And the amounts of non-lands is just too many. I can't take this. The only good thing is Magic card is transforming. And they're not hitting for that much on the board. And then they got Evil Reawakened. On Summon Anima. And this is not looking good here. It's still not drawing lands, mind you. Lands just refuse to appear, looks like. I think we just Shinra Reinforcement and bounce this Anima. And then mill 2 lands and Final Days. We're not gonna have time to cast Final Days because how atrocious the early game went. Oh, I did take a risk of keeping a 2-lander, but we draw a card selection that helps us hit the land 3, and we have a land cycler for land 4, and then we just drew like non-lands afterwards. And yeah, this might just be a removal for a magic card, but we have to do this. And they can just keep... They'll run out of removals Sunday, right? Although it doesn't look like the time is now though. Yep, eject. And hits us for 5. Or 5. And still have a land drop afterwards, and we miss our land drop again, because why not? I think you should just try to Vein Strategy right now. Oh, we can range treasury on their turn, but that's risking against a syncopate. And even doing this, it doesn't work against a Magic Damper, but there's no way we play around a Magic Damper. Alright, that worked. But we're still dying to the Wizard token. And if they play a land, they just hit for 7. And yeah, not gonna even gonna border continue, because it's like trivially easy for them to hit land 7 with whatever they have in the graveyard. Not drawing land sucks. That's the takeaway. 4-2 heading into game 7. Game 7, hopefully we can do better than last time. We have a perfect curve up with 2 into 3, and the Vayne's Treasury works well with Shambling Thief, and also Quistis for later. Let's just keep. At least we don't have to worry about land issue in the first 3 turns. At least. Land. Green. Best green 1 drop, yeah, because why not? We can still play an Undercity Dire Rat, but we have to play Vayne's Treasury at some point, so might as well be now. Well, after that, we just play Shambling Thief. Zac Fair. Yeah, Zac Fair will be disgusting with Sad Chocobo. And for now, let's just play a Shambling Thief, because Zac Fair only attacks for 1. If they play like a 2-mana 2-2, I'll play Shinra Reinforcement. Attack for 1. And they have nothing afterwards, and we also have to do this Swamp Cycling again in order to get a land drop. Before that, let's attack. Then we cycle this Marlboro for Swamp and play the Direct. And most likely Final Days next turn. We have 1 creature in the graveyard, and Shambling Thief and Undercity Direct are also creatures. Drew a Swallow, but we cannot hold. We don't have anything else for this, so let's just play on curve. And pass. The worst thing that can happen now is they play a land and they play either Yuna or that Chocobo. Don't want to see either of those cards on 5. I played the Earth Crystal, which is does nothing for now, but it will put 2 counter with Zac Fair, actually, so need to be careful about that. And for this turn, we can just try to Ice Magic the Toad and attack with all. I think this is such a strong tempo play right now, I'm willing to do it. There's no reason to bounce because put it in the bottom. Alright. And Zac Fair, what does Zac Fair give? Indestructible. Which means Zac Fair doesn't protect from either Ice Magic or Vayne's Treasury. Something to keep in mind. And they just scooped. Looks like they just have nothing in their hand. Sweet, I'll take that. Need some easier wins after the frustrating 2 losses from before. 5-2 heading into game 8. Alright, game 8. Let's try to get a trophy and going first, but this is a super reactive hand. Not doing anything much, but still gonna keep. And these are the only removals in our deck. These two and another Ice Magic. Going to Jacked. Alright, we just need to draw one more land for this hand to be pretty good. And we did. Nothing is going on right now. Hopefully they place a 2 toughness creature so we can just -2. And yep, that's what exactly what I was asking for. Yeah, let's just -2 that. And then we play Jax, and then hopefully Jax survives and Jax connects and wins. Game is that easy, right? Or more likely, Jax just eats a removal and die. And hopefully it's not an exile removal if there's a removal. Poo-poo UFO. The blocker number 1. And then Vayne's Treachery. This looks like a Vayne's Treachery to me. Ice Magic, or Tempo Play. Sure, that means I'm recasting Jax. Even though there's not on curve. Yep, recast Jax. And they could put a sword on UFO to make the UFO 3/4. It's actually not a bad idea. They don't have to do it last turn, so they can do it this turn if they want to. Stuck in Summon Sectum, alright. At least we can Vayne's Treachery to get this out. And now they are starting to attack in the air. I have 2 options. Either play Automation on curve or get rid of this right now. The worst thing can happen if I play Automation is if they have another removal, but this will help me to get more lands. So let's just do it. We want 1 land for sure. Do we want 2 lands? Don't think 2 lands is necessary, but if we want 2 lands, we can just Phylon and Jax in the same turn, so it's actually not a bad idea, if you ask me. Let's actually just keep both. Might backfire, but Dreams of Laguna, that's not a removal for Automation. Very happy to see that. Get rid of a Lock Co. Still attacking with the UFO. Packed Ice. Oh, that's an easy discard. And with that, we don't want Vayne's Treachery right away. So we are gonna attack and surveil too. And if we are seeing 2 lands, we can 100% get rid of 1, but we get rid of the second. Think we actually don't. It's the same reasoning applies. Because we can have the Phylon and Jax in the same turn. That way. Okay, the purple UFO attacks, I'm just gonna Vayne's Treachery right now. Or not. Or we can still take this 3 and see if they have more scary things lining up. And yeah, speaking of scary things, that's definitely one of them. It locks down Automation. So let's just Vayne's Treachery, kick her. Target a creature, get rid of Jacked. And then we just play Phylon and Jacked. And hopefully we draw our Ice Magic. We can attack here, but think we just attack actually. If we draw another land, we can do Demon War and pay 6 mana. We don't have enough cards for Automation. Still attacking in the air. Ice Plan, oh well. Lockdown Automation. Oh no, Lockdown Jax. Draw into Evil Reawaken, but there's nothing evil going on in the right now, and if we attack with Automation, I think we actually do, because no way we cannot block this purple UFO. Oh, just hope they actually just trade here, and if that's the case, we can just Evil Reawakened. I don't think we've been the Shinra Reinforcement because we do need to gain life. And yeah, they are kind of happy to do that, so we get back Automation. And whatever's on board on top is not gonna get kept. We're just pinning those. Shinra Reinforcements basically buy us another turn for the purple UFO, which is quite nice. Even though we are unable to do anything else after playing the Shinra Reinforcements. And Demon War can also be a threat by putting 2 counters on it. Attacking with the UFO for 5. Depending on what they have, definitely. Man, we are lethal in the air. Yeah, like that's gonna happen because we have Shinra Reinforcements at the ready. Okay, the second question is: do we attack with? We're 100% attack with Jax, but do we attack with Automation? That's the question. Most likely they just hack dice to block that. But if we attack with Jax, I think we actually just attack both. And maybe get some juicy Seville 2 out of the way. Yeah, gonna bring everything because we're not gonna keep any of those. Right, Jax is dealt with, and they think they have a lead. They can just win with the purple UFO because we are hiding the Shinra Reinforcement from them. Yeah, if you or maybe they leave read on a route back or Ariman back. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, that's 100% better block. And we are not dying to this purple UFO at least with this Shinra Reinforcement. Didn't get any graveyard effects. Damn, we do have a decent amount of graveyard effect cards. And they only have 2 cards in hand, and Dreams of Laguna castable, but Dreams of Laguna take 4 mana. And they need 3 hits to win for now. Hopefully they don't have any more stuff. And if they have removal, they can totally just wait for me to activate Demon War. Brings Laguna for 4. Immediately draws the top card, plays a land. And Ice Magic is gonna be very good here. But do we play safe? I don't think we play safe. Maybe this just walks into a stuck. Yep, it does walk into a stuck. And Purple UFO is gonna win in next turn if we don't have anything. And they have Vincent, Valentine. Vincent transformed into Guardian Base and it keeps coming back. And with cards lining up for them like that, I don't think we can win this regardless of what we draw. Yeah, we only get them down to 3 and that's it. And we have to get rid of this UFO. And then we have to block a Vincent Valentine. We can make sure we're not dead at least. So let's actually work for that instead of scoping right away. And at least we survive one turn. If they don't get rid of the Undercity Direct, that is. If they get rid of this, we just instantly lose. And yep. There's nothing we can do if that's what they have. Oh, this one's close, but didn't get there, sadly. 5-3 is the end result. I think this deck is pretty decent for a 5-3 because we are severely lacking in removals. The only thing we have is a Swallow by Leviathan isn't actually that great in this deck because we don't have a lot of instant speed stuff to hold up. And yeah, these are the only interactions, Ice Magic and Vein's Treachery. The good thing is we do see all three of them a lot of times. There's that. And in like so many matchups, I found the Sidequest card collection and the final days not doing much because I was dying and need some sort of stabilize, and they cannot stabilize you because card collection doesn't provide you any blocker before you hit 8 cards in the graveyard. And even if you hit 8 cards in graveyard, a vehicle is not that good of a blocker because it doesn't actually increase the amount of blocker you have. It just like upgrades a smaller blocker into a bigger one. And the final days make tap tokens, which really hurts when you're on the defense. And we have 2 pretty sweet rares, Jax and Vincent. Well, Jax, I think he only gets in like in one game throughout this entire run, which worked pretty well. And Vincent, yeah, some opponent didn't play around with Vincent and they get demolished. And there's also the game where the opponents try to sack the bomb to deal 2 damage to Vincent, but Vincent see the bomb dies, so Vincent grows before dying. And yeah, that works super great. And overall, a decent deck, but need more removals. That's it. Alright, that's it for this draft. Thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next one.